Hello everyone. I am going to be updating you on what I have been doing for the past week. So I've been taking trades, reading books, and applying for remote jobs. So I will update you. As I've told you before, this is the journey of making $200,000 in 2 years. And let's get right into it. The first thing, trading. So last week I took 3 trades. This was my first trade. As you can see in my first trade, I get on a fair value gap. It was a good trade, honestly speaking. And then guess what? It went over 100 pips, but I didn't put on a break even because I was sleeping, unfortunately. And then it takes me out at my stop loss. So it was a losing trade. This was my first trade. Let's go to the second trade. My second trade was this one, so I get on right here, and when the market moved around 70 or 80 pips, I put on I put on to break even, and guess what? It comes back and takes me out at break even, and boom, goes to full TP. This is crazy trade. You cannot do anything about it. So this was, I put on break even too early. That's my mistake, I believe. So this was a break even trade. My third trade was a losing trade. I didn't put on like this, but it was a losing trade anyway. So I've learned a lot from trading. And one thing you have to do in trading is be consistent. Don't focus on the money, focus on the process, focus on making yourself better, focus on doing things that you said you would, keeping your rules, not taking revenge trades like that. That's it. So I don't care about the trades that I lost because it's the process, the price you need to pay to get a winning trade. Going to the second thing, I was reading this book, Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. It's a really good book. I mean, if you are struggling with psychology, like let's say you've been reading for 5 months, minimum 6 months, or whatever, and you are not profitable, well, bro, this is the best book. I'm about to finish this book, and it really will change your perspective about trading. And I really recommend to get this book. I have a hard copy of this book. Try to get a hard copy if you can, or get a soft copy if you cannot get a hard copy. So, let me tell you 5 main things that I've learned from this book. The first thing is anything can happen in trading. Literally anything can happen. You can't know for sure what is going to happen. You can win a trade, you can lose a trade. Market cannot be predicted 100%. So you have to be prepared. When you put on a trade, you cannot be certain that you are going to win. So you have to be prepared for this one. The second thing is you don't need to know what is going to happen next in order to make money. Well, this seems a bit contradictory, right? But this is truth because let's say you flip a coin or you toss a coin, and can you be sure that you're going to get a head or a tail? No, you cannot be sure. But when you flip or toss a coin for, let's say, 1,000 times, the probability of getting a head and the tail is going to be like somewhat 50-50%, right? Yeah, but at each point, you cannot predict what is going to happen. So you have to treat trading like that. Your every trade, you cannot 100% know that you're going to win. You have to be prepared. As the market is, you cannot predict market 100%. So the third thing is there is a random distribution between wins and losses for any given set of variables that define an edge. So that's like, let's say you take 20 trades and you win 12 trades and lose 8 trades. So you don't know the sequence of your winning trades. Maybe you win the first trade and then the first trade and then the fifth trade, like that. Or you may lose the first trade, the second, the third. You cannot show for sure know the sequence of the trade. So any winning trade shouldn't make you more confident than you should be, or any losing trade shouldn't make you disappointed because it's random distribution, and it's a probability. You have to make up your mindset for that shit. All right, so the first thing is an age is nothing more than an indication of higher probability of one thing happening over the other. So a lot of people's you probably have heard in trading, what is an age? What is an age? You gotta get an age. You've probably heard this a lot. So what is it exactly? An age is nothing more than an indication of a higher probability of one thing happening over the other. So let's say you are an ICT trader and you see a fair value gap, a bullish fair value gap. So what do you say? Market, there's a higher probability of market touching that bullish fair value gap and going up higher, right? That's an age. There's a more or a higher probability. So you define an age. The fifth thing is every moment in the market is unique. Well, it seems a bit contradictory, right? Because you see a lot of patterns happening over and over again in the market. But this is truth as well, because let's say the next trade you are about to take looks exactly the past one you have already taken, right? But these two trades are not exactly the same. Why is that? Let's explore the reason behind that. Because the traders who participated in the past trade are not gonna be exactly the same traders. There are going to be different traders who participate in the market with different intentions and with different leverage capacity and a whole bunch of things. So you have to treat every moment as a unique opportunity in trading so you don't become overconfident and put on more position than you can afford to risk. So these are the five main things I was getting, but I'm sure if you give it like a time, just give it a week or whatever, and read the book, it's really gonna help you avoid the things that makes you a loser. So this is it. And the third thing that I was doing was I was applying for remote jobs. So well, I applied for around 4 jobs, as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4 jobs here. My first job was Python plus full stack, just developer, senior Python developer, like that. So I haven't heard anything from this job so far. Some of the jobs like this one and this one, it's been over a month since I applied, but I haven't heard anything yet so far. But hopefully, I'm gonna hear something good probably this week or the next week. So this is what I was doing in the past week. So go ahead and subscribe to my channel to get a weekly updates of my progress on this journey. This is an exciting journey and I'm sure you're gonna learn a lot from this journey. See you on my next video.